Ignorance and willful ignorance are two different categories. If you are ignorant, you are not stupid. You simply lack the knowledge to understand a certain subject. And that isn't me trying to put myself up on a pedestal, acting like that I'm way more superior because I have more knowledge on a subject than you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you never had the opportunity to learn about a certain subject, which is why you say the things and believe the things that you think. And then there's willful ignorance. Those are the people who deliberately make the choice to not want to learn about a certain subject because they're too far caught up in their own ideology, or they just don't care. Now that's stupidity. If you're willfully choosing not to learn because you don't care, yes, that's stupidity, straight up. And what I learned from that video is that those are the two categories of people. The people who actually just don't know, and those who are just genuinely that stupid to care. I'm not asking you to go read the entire biography of Martin Luther King or go back to the 1700s and read all about the slaves. I'm just trying to get you to understand why we care so much. Which brings me to my first topic, a reclaimed slur. Some of y'all made that very clear that you have no idea what that is. I am going to do my best to keep this as brief and simple as possible because I want y'all to really just get this. I want you to get the basic understanding of all this stuff. It is a word that was used way back in the day against a specific group of people as an insult or a dehumanizing, offensive way that has since then been brought back by those same specific group of people and has shifted the term into a whole new meaning and has since then been used as a form of camaraderie, but also empowerment as well, to really just show that we get to finally use a word that was once used against us. And so with that said, if everybody is just allowed to use these words all willy-nilly, then that just ruins the entire point of the reclaimed slur, because those people weren't the ones having the words getting used against them. Get it? Does that make sense? Like for the N-word, it does not matter what context it is being used in. If you're not black, you're using a word that was used against black people, even with its new meaning. Now, there is something else that I also need to make clear. I talked about it quite a bit in my last video, and that is about the mod team. If any of y'all are watching this video right now, I want to make it clear that I personally recognize that y'all are doing what y'all can do. I do not believe that y'all are deliberately ignoring us and choosing not to communicate with us. No, that is not what I'm saying at all. That is not what I was trying to say. My point is that it feels like the situation is not being taken seriously enough. And, some people spoke about communication and DMing. I covered that in my last video. Again, that stuff has already been attempted. But since it felt like the situation kept getting swept under the rug, and also because it kept persisting for months and months, we knew something had to be done. So yes, I chose to make a video about it. Even now, yes, I still do think the moderation is poor, but I acknowledge that they're trying to be better. One last thing that I want to talk about. There are plenty of other situations outside of racism and the N-word that has also been going on in the dojo, but I chose to talk about this because it also mattered to me. I can't, I'm not the spokesperson. I'm not going to speak for everybody for every single thing. These situations are also just as important. Nobody should be trying to lessen or make one situation seem less worse than the other. That's really stupid. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say. I recognize that there are still gonna be both ignorant and willfully ignorant people, but hopefully the overall situation gets resolved. And that's it. Goodbye.